Welcome to the Heavyweight Podcast.
The message behind saying the title of the Heavyweight Podcast is to be able to say that we can weigh in on some heavy shit. You know, what we're talking about is important from every aspect of it. It's a heavy weight. It's not just about physical weight, but the weight of things that can weigh our minds. So I think it's dope that we can have this conversation.
What's good? This is episode 176 of the Heavyweight Podcast. Yay. I am your anti-social host, but never your favorite. Never your favorite. Never
Everybody's
your
favorite.
Stunner McFly back with this lady and these two guys. Go ahead and state your name for the beautiful people out here.
They call me a lamppost Evans.
Oh my goodness.
It's because you lean it?
We should be chilling, posted.
Just post up?
Posted.
Just post up?
Like a lamp.
It's your boy Molito. Dominique's favorite.
Hell no. I'm your girl, Des the Diva.
How were your weeks?
It's good. Mine's good. It's tiring. A lot of shit.
A lot of shit?
A lot of shit, but it's good. It's
What you sipping on?
A little Crown, a little Morgan.
Well, you got Crown and Morgan?
I don't know.
Who the hell is Morgan?
I'm tired.
Captain Morgan.
Captain Morgan.
You got Crown and Morgan?
No, that's disgusting.
Morgan
God
Pepper?
Damn.
Morgan Pepper.
I was
Morgan Pepper.
Dr. Morgan walking in the office.
Oh my God.
I was going to talk to you after to say, you okay?
Right.
Not good.
It sounded like it was stressful. You're drinking Crown and Morgan together.
And pepper.
Yeah.
Broke.
I can sympathize with that shit.
I get that a lot.
Fucking Southern California living.
Yeah.
But working out, blood pressure getting down and stuff. So
That's what's up.
Have you tried the
gummies?
beet stuff?
I haven't. I got beats in the house, but I haven't.
I can't do beets. I'm just nasty, man.
That shit don't taste bad.
Still, no, beats is good.
You
It's
get
like
used to it.
organic.
I like
It's like
beets.
organic
Yeah, beets are good.
Kool-Aid for me. That's how I look at it.
I can just eat beats, like straight up.
I eat beets
Me
all the time.
too.
Like you pick them up, bite them?
I know.
I eat beets all the time.
Watch me dine in.
Yeah, you do.
Just
Shout out to Toby.
a lot of
You know,
beets.
Toby said that.
Yeah, you do.
My week, huh? I just want to say that my week was cool.
You're slimming down.
I appreciate that. Stop trying to fuck.
You look.
Okay, I was gonna say, you tell his ass he trying to fuck.
I'm gonna start calling you Mo Button.
Oh my God. Oh,
Yeah, my daughter, she gave me her official Christmas list.
Mo Button.
How many pages?
Oh, I'm trying to hold it.
It wasn't bad. She gave me her Christmas list. I think it was about 8 to 10 items.
That's not bad.
And I think it's a total of like $300 for everything she wants.
Oh man,
So it's not
shit.
That's not bad.
So it's not bad.
That's
not bad
we
at
lost
all.
them for a second.
Yeah.
We lost
Pump,
them
yeah,
for
we
a
did.
second.
pump.
Yeah, he is.
They don't
Pump
give,
it up.
Hey, they don't give a fuck
They don't give a
about
fuck.
your week.
Nothing. I also want to say, to their point, I want to say publicly, because I tell them every day privately, fuck Joseph Patino.
Bodies by Bettino.
That's that man's name.
Oh
No,
I
that's
was like, yeah, I know.
it's
Yeah,
our
yeah.
coworker that he
it's
puts these
that's a
workouts
good
together.
Thing, no, that's a thank you.
Oh,
My legs
shit.
hurt.
I say it's a thank you
It's a
because it's
thank
free.
you. It's a
Other
thank
motherfuckers charge for this shit. He gonna charge us.
My legs hurt every day.
Good.
Well, you look
Good.
nice, and I'm not
They
trying
won't
to
Stop
fuck.
trying
once
to
you,
fuck.
I know
once
you
you're
said that
not
stupid
fat.
ass shit. Nobody trying to fuck you.
Once you're your weight, your legs go. Oh.
I text that motherfucker on Thursday, McFly. I
That's
said,
fucked
look,
up. I'm sorry.
I said, if I don't get my steps on Friday, it's because it's because it's gonna work out today. Because I'm not going to
Walking gingerly.
I'm not telling you. You look nice no more.
Oh, you got upstairs too. Oh yeah, y'all niggas on legs day.
It don't be the day of. It's always the day after.
Sitting down taking the shit.
I said,
Oh God, damn it!
If I'm being honest, I've been known to slide down the stairs.
Like, never mind.
That's your week?
You going walrus down the stairs like.
Well, it was cool.
Sounds like a loaded coup.
It was cool. I rode back in school, so that's good.
Oh, that's good. I'm happy you bettering yourself. 'Cause, my wife better herself, and I'm holding her back. I ain't shit.
Boom, 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 boom.
Oh my God.
She got 2 degrees. I got none.
Pump it up if you came to get it on. You came to
I'm
get
just
it.
money and dick over here,
You
making
came
them trying to make it work. You know.
on.
Don't look at me and ever say that again. So what'd you go into school for?
I'm completing my mental health degree so I could become a therapist
That's what's up.
to align it with my nonprofit.
Look at you
That's
out here
what's
with
up.
goals and shit.
I like it.
That's
I'm
inspiring.
almost proud of you.
Can we hit the applause for that one?
Quit trying to fuck. Because every time somebody says some nice shit to you, that's what you say.
That sounds like something Mo Button would do.
Are you done?
I ain't never done. Can't stop, won't stop. You need to throw that shit on there. I ain't never done. Fuck you.
Talking shit.
Yep. Gonna keep talking shit. Gonna keep talking shit. You know what? Because I came in complimenting you. I was like, hey, you look nice. You look good. And you said, oh, quit trying to fuck. And the reality of it is, I'm very particular about what niggas I fuck with. But hey, you leave me with your wife, I might try to smash her.
Ain't no balcony around.
I'll build a balcony for her. Chocolate, she thick.
McFly,
Her makeup be on point.
Yo, we-
She's sweet. She well spoken.
Very
I'm gonna take
awkward.
your wife.
This is very awkward.
you can't afford her.
You'll know what I can afford. You see, I just whispered to that girl how much I make.
I
What
know.
color do you think I should paint this garage?
McFly, your week.
I think purple and gold
I
will
like
work.
that. I like
Your
that.
week, McFly.
It was a good week. I went to work. No bullshit.
All right.
I had to do my DOT physical. Got my 2 years.
Did you cough?
No, I did not cough. I had to squat down and then when I came up, I heard 2 pops.
Was it in both knees, huh?
Yes.
What would you be coughing for? I don't want to know.
It's a physical.
Yeah, physical. Usually a physical. They tell you drop your pants.
And they got to cough. They
Cough. They cup your
They cup
balls.
your balls and cough.
I don't have balls, nigga, so I wouldn't know that.
Oh, they don't. You gonna drop your pants and they pat and tell you to cough?
No, nigga.
They look for hernias and such.
That's how they do it.
Yeah,
No.
sounds like a lawsuit.
Weird ass
I
nigga.
have.
Hell no.
Straight lawsuit.
2 pats.
Right.
Cough. Like that. What the fuck was that?
The hell? That's some.
That'd be a fucked up origin story for how
That's
you got
some
your
Donald,
rap name.
That's some Donald Trump shit.
2 pats?
2 hats.
Grab him by the pussy and shit. Hell no. Ah,
I'm
God.
sorry. I've been on one all day.
All day. What's the topic for
2
today?
pats.
You didn't finish this week,
I'm
Dad.
tired of you.
Other than that, I just been enjoying it. I watched Beetlejuice, the 2.
I liked it.
Was it good?
I liked it.
I keep hearing
It was
mixed
predictable, but I
reviews.
liked it.
It was predictable.
Very
I
predictable.
caught that shit,
Yeah.
and I was just like, It was okay. It was obvious. I think that's what was disappointing. That was obvious. Like I already knew where it was going before, and then it felt like it had too many subplots going on. Especially the big bad wasn't even the big bad because of how it just ended up. It was like, so what was the point of even introducing that character? Other than that, just chilled. Start listening to that J. Cole podcast that he has.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. But it was entertaining because it's always dope to hear the people that you respect in your craft, where their frame of minds were when they were doing what they were doing. So I've been getting into that, and I listen to a lot of podcasts to get an understanding of what angle or way I can approach this one. But that's about it. And listening to music, and I was listening to old music last night, trying to get an idea where my brain was when I was like 10 years ago. And
Was it on some fuck everybody?
no, it was more.
That's on my body.
I feel like on a creative standpoint and less trying to be lyrical. I think I'm more trying to be lyrical now, and back then it was more about just the creating of the story or the song. So we shall see what it creates.
I will say that Poker Face is now in my top 5 McFly songs.
And that one's like 15 years old. But the concept was dope.
And it's actually really lyrical and funny at the same time.
It's about,
Maybe because I have insight to your personality, and that's why it's funnier to me.
so it's a song I made to the Poker Face Kid Cudi beat, and it's the character or the main character that's rapping meets 3 women, and one's name is Stacy, one's name is Tracy,
Mm-hmm.
and the last one is Dominique. Emphasis on the dome. And he goes and each of them have a different character or personality, and then at the end, and the whole punchline is their names together form an acronym of STD.
Motherfuck me. Oh my God.
You didn't catch on that?
No, didn't catch it.
Oh, you went the other way. We're not talking about your sister. Your sister is my favorite.
I don't know where you gonna go ever.
No,
Never
but
know
it
where
was
you gonna go.
Dominique I'm her favorite. She my favorite.
But the funny thing is, a girl I went to high school with. The reason why I said it that way was in high school she used to say this, and it was always weird to everyone. She was like, "My name's Dominique," and she would always say, "Dome," and we're like, "We get it, Dominique," and they were like, "No, Dominique," and we were like, "Right." So like that was a punch. Yeah, that was a punchline for me. So it was like when I came up with the idea for the song, I was like, "That works. Like that one works for this particular thing I'm trying to do on this song."
Well, now I'm trying to figure out who the hell you talking about.
Dominique.
She ran track?
No. I'm not gonna because I doubt she'll hear this, but
Kevin don't want us to go down this road.
She was a model, and she used to always say that in high school. She was like, "I'm a model."
Kevin don't want us to go down this road.
I don't know no models that went to school. Nobody, well.
But I just remember her saying that, and that's where I got the idea for that. That's why it's in the song, because that shout out to her.
It's a very funny song.
Well, send it to me.
Yeah.
That I will listen to.
I believe you.
Send me the Mojo Button. Say yes.
What if it's Mo Button?
I don't send that at all.
I'm gonna start doing Joe Budden parodies.
I get all that I need from him. While
I don't have his voice though.
You can. I think you can channel it.
I do like the way he say, "You niggas."
Just start saying Prize Picks.
The pores.
You'll figure it out. You just practice his Prize Picks voice. He'll be good.
All right.
Can we blank that out? I don't want them to because I think it's the reverse for us if they hear us.
Right. They start charging us.
So, I guess it's time to get into the shenanigans. You're not gonna say it?
I'm not gonna say it.
All right, man.
Oh, I love when you say it. Say it.
I'm not gonna say it. I'm a change man.
Stubborn ass nigga.
I love it.
Again, usually these come from curated from things in passing that I either pick your guys' brains for or that I'm going through. So, what limiting beliefs are holding you back from achieving your goals?
I don't think I have limiting beliefs necessarily. I think I have like winner's remorse.
Is that like survivor's remorse?
Yeah.
So like you feel guilty for being being up
levels of success. Yeah.
You feel guilty for leaving people behind?
I think so.
And that's why you need to listen to more Kendrick. Fuck everybody.
Fuck everybody. Yeah, I do. I think I have. It's not necessarily like a limiting just belief. It's literally like I'll get there and then I'll feel bad.
So what would you say any of your past experiences have shaped that belief?
Just hearing particular people say like, "Oh, you've changed," or "Oh, you think you the shit because you're doing X, Y, and Z."
Would you identify that as shade?
Yeah, it's shade. And now that I recognize it's shade, I just shade back, but it still have that like line of
pretty shady
guilt.
over there.
Yeah, no.
Glad to have you back. So I'm looking forward to this back and forth.
Glad to be back.
We shot you out,
and I'm sleepy, so
it was. And it was
she's
weird.
sleepy now. So now her sugar low today.
So now, yeah, and my iron low too. Niggas cold and I'm sleepy. Shit.
What threw me?
Talking shit.
What threw me is, and I told him this. We were recording, and you had to leave suddenly. So in my brain, you were still here. So he had to point out to me, like, I was like, "Oh shit, you're right." But in my brain, I was like, "She's here," and I'm like, "But she's not." Like, so he had to point it out because you were here. So my brain, it was like, "She's here. What are you talking about?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, he's right. She's not here." So yeah.
Sorry about that.
It's all good. It was just, I just remember like my brain was just in that because we were just going constant recording. So my brain was just okay.
I wouldn't say I have a limiting belief. I think I suffer from fear of success.
So same as me, kind of.
I've failed too much to feel a failure.
So
but I do feel like I have a fear of success.
Is it? And I've asked this before. Do you think the fear of success comes with what comes after, like the maintaining it?
It's the maintaining part. Yeah. It's because I know the way I operate is like, I mean, I'm pretty sure you can probably attest to this. Like the whole process with Big Brown, right? Like going package. Okay, we made package. Now, okay, well, I'm here. I'm at this pay level. I need to maintain this. Then you go feed her. Oh shit, I'm at this pay. I now need to maintain this. So now it's like, when I look at the Big Brown situation, I've obtained the level where I can't go any higher. And I know because of the institution we work for and the union and stuff like that, I can't get any lower. So that's permanent. Like, so all I got to do is show up and the money is consistently going to be there, right? Yeah. Unless something dramatic happens with the country or whatever the bullshit, right? But when it comes to personal success, it's like, well, shit, how do I have the motivation or am I willing to give the effort to maintain whatever level of personal success I maintain? Because it's easy for me to go out here and pay bills because I'm doing that just by working. But like when you have, putting effort into the recording, doing the personal video, trying to elevate anything else, like that's areas in which I understand like this is going to be it's going to take a maintained, consistent effort to keep this at a baseline. And it's like I have the constant fear of, am I going to be able to maintain this? Partly due to personal reasons, or partly due to trying to maintain, the family unit. Because I got, I feel like I'm stretched thin, as is. So it's like, how much more of myself can I give up? Because because the way I look at it is like, at this point in my life, I can only take away from self. Because I'm committed to my wife, I'm committed to my family, committed to my daughter, right? I'm committed to the podcast and my other ventures. So it's like, anything extra I do, I'm taking away from myself. And then I know from past experiences, when I take away from myself, that's when I get overwhelmed because I don't have time to be with me. So now it's like, now I look at stuff like, do I really want to do this? Is this really going to take me to a level of happiness to where I can sustain it without feeling overwhelmed? So that's my fear.
Got you.
I think mine is more, because I don't know if it's the fear of success. It's more, I think I'm scared to kind of let my ego drive because I haven't figured out how to balance that. Because I think I understand what it takes to get to certain points and what it's going to take out of me to do that. So like I understand what I think I'm gonna have to like be like, but I don't know if let my because I never really let my ego drive, but I felt what it's kind of like, and it's not like I'm not a big fan of it. You know what I mean? Because it's almost like, oh, if we're going in, there's some other shit where it's like nothing else matters. You know what I mean?
Do you feel like when you let the ego drive, you didn't like the feeling as far as like what path it took you down, or like more or less like the feeling itself?
I don't know, because it's not like I don't feel like the path is bad, but like I feel like when it gets to I feel like with my ego, it gets to like tunnel vision, where like if I'm fixated on one thing, then it's that. You know what I mean? Like it was easier to do comedy when I didn't have responsibilities because that's all the fuck I was doing. But now it's like I don't know how to split it.
The balance.
Yeah. So that's where my fear is like, do I just release? Or how do I learn how to like, I don't know how to like inch by inch release that, like to see how much do I do? When do I do this? Where do I do this? Like, you know what I mean? So that's my fear, is how's that going to look?
For me, I think it's the thought of, I guess it's a combination of achieving success and maintaining, but also not misstepping on the path to reaching it. So like you'll get to a point where you're like, I kind of got here, but I don't want to fuck up what I got and lose momentum in that. And the same time as I'm trying to get to a higher level. So you're like, I don't want to misstep here. And then, so you kind of get to that point where you almost fucking circle around where you're at, where I'm good right now. I'm good right here. But if I fuck around, make a wrong step, I could fall back. So like, that's with everything from doing music creatively or creating creatively, or even the job. Like when we talk about with the job, it's we're essentially with having the backup of a union. You're like, okay, unless you do something really fucked up, that's the only way you can truthfully lose the job. But even in certain instances, we've seen where in certain accounts, it was really something simplistic that caused it, and it was like, damn. So what happened there? So like even then, I'm like, I maintain a certain course, but I also know that there could be something so minuscule that could change the outcome. So when I look at that, I'm like, okay, just let me. So sometimes you don't take the chance that you should take because you're like, I don't want to fuck up what I got. So, but you're still thinking, but how do I get up there? And it's.
See, I think part of it too is there's certain things that I'm not worried about the part of success, because I feel like when you gain certain parts of success, you know how to get more success. Like when you got to where you're at in your job, you're like, okay, I thought this was impossible at some point, but now it's like, okay, that wasn't as bad as I thought. I get what you're saying. Like with your guys is like, there's not much. It's not like you're going to go and be the fucking CEO of the goddamn company. That's what it is. But say you were to take that somewhere else, I don't think you're worried about being able to obtain whatever the level is at another place. You know what I'm saying? Like you still know how to get that. I just think we don't know what it looks like. So I think that fear is what comes from too. Cause it's like, I've heard people who are successful in positions that go like, yeah, I was terrified, but once I got like my first $1 million, the second one was easier. And you're like,
Gotcha.
oh, that's cause it's like, what do they say? You get more information on how you got there. Like with the downfalls and all the other shit. It's like, okay, so if I do this way, all right, let's apply it to this now. So it's like, you could do that, but I just think we're at a point to where we haven't seen those things yet. But it's like, we're at a point to where we are more successful than we probably acknowledge, if that makes sense. I think we are. So.
And as I say that, I want to say shout out to Papa Smash Burgers.
That shit is delicious.
I just wanted to make sure I flag that. We're talking success, right?
The bread.
Shout out to Papa Smash Burgers. The burgers are fire. I really do appreciate you. I met the owner, real chill cat. And
you should come do a talk your shit.
You should come do a talk your shit. And when we clip this up, we will make sure that this gets in your inbox. But shout out to Papa Smash Burgers.
Meat.
Wagyu, and I don't know how the hell you got that price, because that shit's delicious and it's a high quality.
And it is a good price.
Yeah. So if you're ever off of Highway 74 or going towards Hemet or the 215, stop by. It's off of Palomar and Highway 74. It's delicious. You won't be disappointed. Anyway, I just got to go to that plug. Anyway, so we're talking about success. Yeah, it's the trying to achieve, maintain. But like, I think the thing for me, even with that job, is just when you see things, how they happen. Like for instance, what happened with even Hunter. When we saw it, we were like, holy shit, how could that even happen? Because it's like, it was something so small. So you're thinking to yourself, like, if they can fucking fire him for something like that.
They fired Hunter.
This was a while back. It was a whole back. It's like, you have to hold the whole backstory. But anyway, when he got fired, it was something
wrong.
It was nothing. He did nothing wrong. So you start. It gives you a kind of a understanding of where you actually sit with the company when you think. Like when we say we have the backing of a union, and it takes.
Still takes time.
Yeah, it's still crazy to you. Like, damn, for you doing nothing and standing your ground, you can get fired. Or if you're just doing this, you can get, like, they essentially show you just they can find a reason when they need to. And then it puts things in perspective for me to be like, you know what? You don't realize you're doing it, but you kind of step back off, like you kind of accelerate or decelerate rather, and step off the gas, because you're like, I ain't trying to fuck what I got going on. Yeah, I'm trying to get to something better.
I understand that.
Yeah.
But then I look at it too as you're not going to tolerate a certain level of disrespect. You get at some point you're like, I got this job. Yeah. I'll get another.
Yeah, you draw a line in the sand for sure. Yeah. But like it's just, you realize that with certain things, you're like, hey, like I'm gonna just I'll try to find a way around this one, but I'm not going to go that path because I saw what that path might create.
But also to your point, Kevin, when you look around and you're older and you have more responsibilities, there also that line in the sand is a lot further back.
Yeah.
Than where it was before, because now you're like, okay, look,
it's not.
I got a family to take care of, so I'm gonna give you this.
Well, we're opposite. My line in the sand was like somewhere back there, and now I'm like, nigga, I gotta pull it up here, like.
And I think it doesn't. It kind of it changes too when you kind of go out into the field. So like when we were doing our contract negotiations, I had other guys from other companies come up to me and pick my brain and was like, "Yeah, so y'all in contract negotiations? Yeah, how much you think you guys gonna get paid?" Because you guys dictate the force. I said, what the fuck are you talking about? He's like, think about it. What you guys pay trickles down to what we get. So then you start thinking, so we're on top of the mountaintop as far as what you're saying as drivers. So you start thinking, do I want to fuck this up and then try to make less money elsewhere? You know what I'm saying? Like, so
sometimes.
like so that line in the sand kind of becomes, like it teeters because
it's not just the less money. They do more work.
But I'm saying, like, sometimes it's that.
So
that's the part where it's like, that's the fear part, I think, because because I feel like we get comfortable in where we're at, and it's like, because there's probably a nigga who was there who's like, you know what, fuck it, and he just went out and did the work and got his own shit going on. He might have took some pay cuts, but it took him a while to get to where he's at. But something crossed him to where he went, nah.
And it makes me think about that too. Is when we were talking about it, the other guy that was in that altercation did the most fucked up shit that they claimed was zero tolerance and got his job back.
Still there, yeah.
And that was the second time you did it?
So it kind of makes you be like, well, what the fuck? This motherfucker had a second offense doing the same shit. You're like, you go ahead and bring him back.
Y'all making shit up. Like.
So,
sorry.
But yeah.
I think I wouldn't.
You went on a tangent, but it is what it is. But yeah, I think there are certain things that create those frame of minds, which I think us, for I can say for us four, I feel like we're actually getting past those obstacles. Mm-hmm. Can you describe a moment where you successfully refrained from a negative thought?
I had a thought, but I didn't do the action. Was that one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was gonna slap the shot at Josh.
I know you were.
I was ready.
I've not mastered the art of reframing from
negative
the thoughts. If I say in my head, I'm gonna knock your ass out when I see you.
I believe you.
Knock your ass out.
I believe you.
Got a whisper?
Yeah. Let's speak it. Let them know. Like, yeah, I'm with the shits.
I'm still working on it.
Now I have gotten better with the negative thoughts of myself.
That's good.
That's good.
And now I gotta stop talking. Okay.
What?
You don't want me to be proud of you.
The look on his face was like, stop trying to fuck. That's all he's.
Man, I already done told you.
No, I'm saying no. I've gotten better with that, and I think most of that is, I do think with everything that happened to me recently, I do feel like I've been, well, not just recently, but I've realized that I have been extra hard on myself.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
With everything that happened recently, have you been able to get to a point where you're able to openly talk about it with even the therapist or just people around you, or do you still kind of reframe?
I kind of talk about it with the people that know. I don't necessarily go out and just talk about it around the people, but the people that know, they know. Like I mostly really I talk about it mostly with my brothers and sisters.
Was it kind of like a gradual process, and if so, how long would you say? It
was probably over the course of 2-3 months where I felt like, or I constantly, or I could openly talk about it. And I think the one thing this experience has really taught me is that now I'm able to, I have grown emotionally. I'm able to identify my emotions in real time. So I'm making fewer decisions based off of retroactive impulses, right? So, like for example, the other day, during Thanksgiving, we're out in Vegas at my brother's house, and my wife was talking to me, but we were out in public, and she was talking, and I could hear her, and I'm looking at her, but I'm like, and I had to tell her, I said, "Hey, look, I understand you're talking to me right now, but I'm overwhelmed. So whatever you're saying, it's not getting through. Let me process what's going on and I'll come back to you. Now, if you would have asked me to do that 3-4 months ago, she would have just been pissed at me because I wouldn't have been paying attention to what she's saying because I'm dealing with internally.
You were able to communicate.
Right. So I'm finally able to communicate. Like the other day, like I told her, I was like, hey, look, today's a bad day. I'm depressed as shit. I don't feel like doing shit. So if I'm distant or unresponsive to certain things, I'm just in my head. I'm not in a good headspace today. So it's like over the past couple months, I've been able to do things like that. I deem that as the one benefit I've gotten out of the situation, because it actually forced me to learn how to identify what I'm feeling in the moment.
And essentially, you found growth in the misfortune. Yeah. Like that's something. That's something big. Pause. You think I'm just stop being me? Like I have to. Anyway, Kevin.
What you said? Successfully
refrain from a negative thought.
Thoughts. This nigga the most positive nigga in the world. Negative thoughts. What are those?
He is the black hippie.
Well, that's just a fucking. I don't know. It's a show, but I feel like I can refer to like comedy times. There's a time I remember being on stage like fucking terrified, and I don't know how the fuck I got through that shit. Like, I had to ask my homie who was there. I was like, "Hey, could you tell like my leg was shaking?" And he was like, "Nah." He was like, "But you did, like, as soon as you grabbed the mic, you look like the water turned on." I don't know what that was that day, but like somehow I got through that shit. And he was like, "You was funny, but I don't know what the fuck that was." I was like, "Yeah, I was just shaking and shit." But that was one thing. That's just in general. But like in life right now, I feel like that's every day like that. That's why I work out. That's why I'm doing the things I'm doing. That's why I'm like, hey, I don't want to do none of this shit, but I do want to do this shit. I kind of want to see what the end result it looks like once I push through all of that, like as hard as I can. Like the social media shit, like, you know how I feel about it, but I'm trying my damnedest. And I want to do good at it. I want to do more into it and feel, oh, this is fun. This shit ain't fun to me, but
I feel like you overcomplicating your shit though. I feel like you could just talk about some random shit.
And it'd be funny. And it'll work. Yeah, because you have since I've known you, have this gift to just be able to you can tell stories effortlessly and you make them funny.
But I'm an overthinker. Like when I write, it's fucking awful, dog.
That's what I'm saying. Don't write it.
Nah, I have to. Like, have you seen the shit that I've, like when I write it, it's like, what the fuck? Like I shit you not, like when I was in the Navy, I was just bored and I was like, I'm bored, dog. So I just wrote a fucking zombie sitcom. So it's like one of those where I'm just like, you can create out of stuff, but it's like.
Was there a Lady in a Tramp scene where they were eating brain
This
together?
motherfucker here was.
Nah, it was all on the ship. It was the people who I was actually with. The motherfuckers that needed to die died instantly.
Did they die violently?
Yeah, like the first opening scene was like, I think my chief got shot and bit by a zombie all at the same time. It was like, damn, nigga, like, was you guys saving him or killing him? But like shit like that is just, I gotta just do it.
I can picture
That's the hard part, is the creative side, is to just doing it. Because I get scared of that. I get scared of being good at it. Like I've told you guys that so many times. I get scared of being good at that, and then I get scared of it no longer being fun. I get scared of it being, this is what you have to do. You have to be this. Like, say fictitious works. Then I have to be goddamn fictitious. Yeah. And I'm like, I can't even go on stage and just have fun. They be like, hey, whatever it is, like all that shit.
Yeah,
so
I can sympathize with that.
But then I don't know if that's the arrogant thing too, to believe that, who the fuck are you to believe that that's where you would be headed? You know what I'm saying? So that's such a struggle in my head to figure that out. Like the humility and being like, yeah, fuck yeah. Like, who the fuck are y'all?
That's the underlining driving force behind why I won't commit to shit. Because when people expect you to do it, that's all they expect from you.
Yeah.
Like when I don't do the I would love to do a parody song. What if that shit takes off and now everyone expects you just to do parodies?
What's homie's name? Damn, what's his name?
Woodall?
From out of he's out of Slow Down, Grab the Wall. Like I forgot that guy's name.
Sage
OG
the
Sage?
Gemini?
Sage, yes, that is a parody song. That nigga made a parody song, and that's the song that blew up. And he's like, I don't even make music like that. What's he do now?
Nothing. He collects royalty checks.
Because that is like, it's because now if you go down a certain path and you're like, but I don't even do this normally.
Yeah.
Now you're expected to do it.
Yeah.
That's why I was so like, I would do 2K content, and then it's like, but what if they just expect, like now you can enjoy something that you used to do to relax.
It's
a job.
It's you get that's for me. Like I always like, man, as much as I've been playing Call of Duty, I should have been streaming, right?
Yeah.
But I've had the same. Mine was like, well, I don't want to get to the point where they expect me to play this when I don't want to. Because when I don't want to play it, I just cut the motherfucker off and walk away.
Because I see that and I watch a lot of content creators. I'm like, dude, I can tell they're not even enjoying this anymore. Like they're doing this because they're told, I got to do this. I got to create the content. This is how I make my money.
Yeah.
That's it. Like, yeah, I get it.
Now, if I can figure out how, I'll do all of it if I can get Kai's money.
Yeah. Yeah.
It'll be fictitious for 34 days.
That nigga got paid to sleep on camera.
But
That's nuts.
you said that it sparked a memory for me in high school. Were you there freshman year?
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember Miss Drown, the computer lady?
That was my favorite teacher.
Yeah. So I don't know if you remember, she used to have this you had to do a project fuck was it
As soon as he get done telling me, I'm gonna need you to tell me what that face was about. Miss John had to do a project and what?
Yeah, the PowerPoint project. I don't know if you remember doing that.
I do.
So there was
You were in G-Bit?
Hmm?
You were in G-Bit?
No, this was freshman year before we went into the academy. So
Go ahead.
G-Bit.
I did education with him, Education Academy. It was like, that's global business, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, this is all North shit we're talking. But in the class, I remember I didn't do shit. Right? I remember I didn't do the project. I remember I don't know what the fuck, I was probably playing video games. But I remember I had to present. So right before, or in class, as everyone's presenting their shit, I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna have to wing it. So I put these PowerPoints up real quick, and I was like, what fucking angle could I play? And something I did with O.J. Simpson.
The juice.
And I ended up going up there winging it, freestyled the shit and got an A, right? But the reasoning behind it was everyone else was terrified to go up.
Yeah.
My thought process was, let me get over it. Just let me get it over with. And that worked to my advantage because everyone behind me, I could look in the fucking class and was like, this nigga's bullshit.
Hey, nigga. You made me think of being in college and having to give a speech.
Yeah.
And I went up there and I was like, hell yeah. And I thought I was killing it. And I was talking about caning motherfuckers. I was like, we should cane people. And then the class went silent. They were like, and I was just like, oh, shit. Like I thought the whole rest of and I remember being at a party and this one girl was like, no, your speech was great. Like we just were shocked you actually said it out loud. Like, hell yeah, some motherfuckers should be caned, but we went.
But it was a time where it kind of gave me an idea of what avenue I could be going down because I didn't have an issue really with public speaking. And I could kind of come up with things on the fly, McFly, and look out for Studda McFit 2025. Anyway,
I like the name though.
But I just realized at that time that I could come up with things on the fly, and that negative thought, my thought was, yeah, I wasn't prepared, but if I got this kind of mind, why not make it work?
Yeah.
And in that moment, it kind of gave me an idea, the confidence of like, shit can work sometimes, like, and it worked in my favor. And I said, if I go in there first, you kind of dictate what follows.
Yeah. Some people are
And Miss Brown was gonna let you
lying
bullshit.
and they don't
Yeah.
want to. I'm terrified. You're like, it's cool. You
Yeah.
can be. I'm too. Me
Miss
too.
Brown probably knew you was bullshit.
Yeah, I'm sure she did. But she was like, you know what?
That
Hey,
that was my
Good for you. Because I bullshitted my Spanish shit, and he was like, "What the fuck was that?" And I was like, "What did you say?"
That's the title of this episode.
Miss,
That's Mr. Q. He was like, "What the fuck was that?"
I have to share this real quick. Miss Drown was my favorite teacher.
She was dope.
I fucking loved her. Like my senior year, my mom moved to San Bernardino and I stayed in Riverside with a friend. And Miss Drown did every possible thing to make sure I graduated. She would give me a ride to school. She would bring me breakfast. She bought me an alarm clock. She was like, she would help me with my homework. She took majority of my math final for me, her and her daughter, so I could graduate because I sucked at math. I got drunk at school one day. She came and got me out of my language arts class because I was drunk in there. And the teacher called and told her, like, hey, come get her. I was tore up. And Miss Drown kept me out of trouble. I was there the day before she passed with her. I absolutely love Miss Drown. I love her. Like, that was my lady.
Oh.
She had my back. She handed me my diploma.
That's what's up.
That's something.
That's what's up. Yeah, I'm sure she knew I was bullshitting, but she was like, "Hey, you got the balls to go up there."
Yeah,
so
she gave you that credit for getting your ass up there. I know she knew.
So all right. How do you recognize and challenge negative thought spirals?
I go for a walk.
I started thinking about jail. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I don't want to be in Robert Presley. So I started thinking
That's
like,
honest.
hey, I don't want to
You
go
would
to
like
jail.
jail.
I don't know the fuck I wouldn't. And I
They
don't
got
want
strap-ons.
I don't even like strap-ons. Look at you. I don't even like strap-ons. Okay? So I don't, and who the fuck got a strap-on in jail? And how you know they got a strap-on in jail?
I watched Orange is the New Black.
I got so many fucking questions.
They
there.
shaped them out of potatoes.
You ain't cutting up my coochie. Hell no. No.
No, they probably know how to make them.
Why do you think the kitchen always missing cucumbers?
I'm cool. You're not gonna know.
The chef.
Yeah, the COs bring them.
Bitch, coochie falling off. I don't think so. But that's how I do it. I think about I don't want to go, and so therefore I try to just say, okay, bitch, calm down, because you're gonna go to jail.
All your negative thoughts is just violence.
Yeah.
I respect it though. It's honest. I've had those thoughts.
I'm tired of people. Sometimes you gotta pop out and show niggas, okay? And I'm fucking tired of people. Okay?
I've had those thoughts. I get it.
No, we gotta reverse yours. Sometimes you gotta pop out and not show a nigga. Man, you gotta show everybody, goddamn.
So
I can't be mad at it because I tell one of my favorite sayings at work is y'all lucky I got a daughter.
Yeah, because you don't want to go to jail, leave your baby.
Because if I didn't have my daughter didn't need me, I'd be around here with y'all.
You're violent niggas.
Yeah, I am. Okay.
that's why my favorite rap lyric of all time. That's why Fabulous is like one of the top in my thought process is that I always say it, and I mean it because I've had thoughts where you just like, nigga, you just hurting. And it's like money is the root of all evil, I thought, but when I'm broke is when I usually have the evilest thoughts. And that shit plays as a mantra because it makes you remind you, like, dude, like when you're hurting, you start thinking some shit that you didn't think before.
Like
so when you're
robberies
broke,
and shit.
Huh?
Like robbery and shit.
Yeah, you like, I should just, you're like, but you would never do that. But your brain is like, dude, I need it though.
Today we gonna do it.
Yeah. But I feel like broke is like, it's the opposite when it comes to violence because you're like, I can't bail out.
I mean, yeah, what I'm saying is like you get to a point where there's some shit you never think you do that you, depending on what you're pushed to, you're gonna be like, man, I don't want to go to jail.
Yeah,
I don't like, but you're thinking it like this motherfucker is there.
Yeah,
you got me there.
That's where you get good at it.
I try to refocus myself when I'm negative. I try. I know I'm not always good. I don't always succeed, but I try.
That's all you can do.
I try.
I try to do the when I realize it's usually I get this anxious feeling. Like either my leg will start shaking, my hands will start like tingling. I'm like, and like you start thinking one by one, well, this happened, then that happens, then this happens, then that happens. And before you know it, you're like, but you got to catch it. And I caught myself like when I was doing the DOT physical, because that was my usual issue. My anxiousness gets the best of me. And I just start thinking of all the things that fall on my shoulders, from taking care of the family, all this shit. If I can't get through this, all that might go away. So what I did is I started looking at videos and reading up on techniques for anxiety, and I started practicing them. I bought gum because they said if you focus on the chewing of the gum and the texture and the thought of chewing gum, it'll get you out of your head. And so instead of thinking the negative thoughts, I started thinking of everything. I was touching my pants because apparently if you feel texture, like it makes you not focus on what's in your brain.
I love you.
And I have a lot of anxiety. Like I have bad anxiety. So
I can't do it. Don't do it.
They're laughing. Let me stop.
I'm not laughing at you. I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I'm like,
The gum?
Because you got to focus on like, so soft. I take it too damn far. They're like, it's too far.
Like, is this nigga high? Have you ever had this texture gum? Oh my God, this is good gum.
Except that gum.
It literally looked like you bit into shit. That's how your face looked.
Oh shit.
I said, damn, what the hell? You're like, yeah, Then when you said nicotine, I said, okay, now that makes sense.
I might try that though. That's actually because it makes you. I would probably focus like a motherfucker on that.
Yeah, because that's. And I looked into it. It was the textures. It's like sometimes you might need to feel your face, hands, look down, like push the anxious energy out to the floor, like to get out of your body, and it worked.
Yeah.
But I have a bad time with anxiety because I start spiraling and thinking of what if and what could go wrong, and it's like when you have the whole world on your shoulders and you feel like it's only you and you have to provide for people, and if you're not able to provide, then there's no mortgage, no whatever, et cetera. Like, but yeah.
Yeah, I think I've been doing a lot better at that lately just because I get into those moments, but I try to focus on what I could do to attain like more. Like, because I'm in a position to be able to do stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like we all are. So I kind of try to focus on what could I do better. Like, you know what I mean? Don't focus on all. Like what I could do. Like I know I feel like if I put my mind to something, I could tackle it. So I try to pick one thing and be like, okay, one thing at a time, one thing, and not try to let it all overwhelm. Because I'm like, it's almost like when I talk about, like, say we have something doing with bills. It's like, if it's past 5 o'clock, what's the fucking point?
Yeah.
So. Because you guys are 8. No, I know from experience.
Yeah.
I try to focus it. I try to believe that if I actually put my all into something, like no matter what the fuck it is, I can pull it off. Like if I wanted to go learn how to fly a fucking plane, I could fly a fucking plane.
Oh man, you know I know somebody that can fly a plane. If he can do it, you can do it.
That ain't right. You ain't
Shout
right.
out to Mark.
You ain't right.
That's cold.
You ain't right.
But I will say,
thanks for shitting on my belief in myself.
When Mo called me earlier this week, and he was like, I told him, I was like, I gotta take this physical. He was like, so how you feeling about it? I said, I did everything I can do. I said, I did everything I could possibly do to get prepared. Just got to do it.
Oh, yeah.
And that's how I looked at it. Like, and yeah, there's things in your life and obstacles that you might face, but if you know in your heart of hearts that you're trying to do the best that you can do down whatever path you go, then I feel like all you can do is try to force yourself to think positive thoughts, because if you understand that you're doing everything possible to get to a better place, then everything should work out the way it should.
I think the importance in that too is the accountability of sometimes, because I think people forget that part and try to put everything else outside of themselves instead of looking inside and being like, what part did I miss? Because sometimes we do dwell on all the stuff we say we missed instead of focusing on the positives. Some people got to look at some of those negatives and
I agree.
Own those.
Because if you're saying, I did everything I could do, and all you did was take your medicine, but you've been eating like shit, or you've been doing this, and you're like, but I don't understand when my health is shot. It's like, but have you done everything you possibly could do?
But it's not only that. You also got to understand that the goalpost is not the same for everybody.
Yeah, I agree.
Like you literally could be doing everything you're supposed to do. You could be, hitting the gym, working out, eating right, and your progress doesn't mean that your progress is going to match somebody else's progress.
I agree.
It may take you a little longer. That don't mean you're not on the right path. But I know I've seen it before where a lot of people are like, man, I've been going hard for 30 days and I see nothing. Well, it may take you 60 days before you see it. The problem, the key is to stay consistent and believe in yourself that you're doing the right thing.
And because I've had that talk with Joe Patino, and
Fuck you, Joe.
and then you have that time where you're like, I'm doing everything right, but then it's like, but are you? And then like you're saying, take accountability. Is like, what are you? Because it's like exercise only goes so far.
Yeah.
What is your diet like? And somebody be like, well, I did eat this and this. And it's like, so how can you expect?
Yeah.
If you know for a fact, and I ate that when I shouldn't have ate it.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I thought I told them, I was looking, man. I'm gonna follow on Friday nights. I'm eating the fuck I want.
That's why I have a cheat day.
Yeah.
I mean,
Shout out to Papa Smash.
I have my.
Like,
With the Wagyu meat and the soft bun.
yes,
I just got my excuse.
it's fire.
you excuse?
Yeah, I ain't no athlete, nigga. I'm just.
I ain't trying to be LeBron.
Because that shit, trying to stick to something, especially cold turkey, will make you go fucking crazy. So,
But that's the thing. It don't have to be cold turkey. You have to, especially when it comes to diet. You have to. I wouldn't even start the diet until you find a good 50% of alternatives to what you actually like to maintain it.
You ain't lying.
So that way you're not giving up everything. So you can have some things and then you swap out the rest of stuff for the alternative. And then the things that you don't swap out, you just eat less of those things.
Yes.
And then eventually as you see progress, you're going to want the things that are bad for you less.
I won't lie to you. The one thing that I haven't found an honest, straight up alternative for is pizza.
You're not going to do that. It don't matter. Even if you go to Cauliflower, there's no alternative.
Yeah. So that's the one. And I've loved pizza my whole life.
Because I'll eat a large right now by myself.
Is there like a good keto bread? Because that shit's trash.
No.
Keto bread?
No.
Yeah, that shit is.
The longer you go without bread, the more you realize you don't really need it.
You don't need it.
I don't give a fuck what y'all say. Again, I'm not.
The Dave's brand bread is pretty good, especially if you like. Well,
Yes.
the doctor told me
I'll
to
see a
switch
picture.
to it when I got diabetes. The Dave's brand.
Yeah.
I'll see
It's pricey. It's
It's
good, though.
pricey,
I'll send you some pictures.
but they
I
have
don't eat a lot of
they have a
sandwiches, but
ton
really
of
sandwich.
different kinds of the potato, the white bread, wheat,
I fuck
whole
with
grain.
their
They have a
oatmeal raisin.
They got oatmeal raisin. They have
I'm gonna tell you-
those.
My bad, go ahead, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Also, I was gonna tell you right now, if you eating a sandwich, the bread ain't the problem. It's the mayo and the mustard.
The what?
It's the mayo and the mustard.
What's the last one?
Mustard.
It's what I have learned, and I think I'm on day 87, 88, something like that.
That's all
What
sugar
I
and
have
shit.
learned is that it's the condiments will take you out. They
Fuck with
ruin the whole. They ruin everything.
So switch for hummus.
Fuck
No.
hummus.
I
Hummus is
fuck with
nasty.
mustard. though.
Hummus is good, and they make a bunch. Target got a.
If I'm gonna do nothing, I'm gonna just do goddamn
Because mustard ain't bad for you.
the lemon pepper, and that's it. I'm calling it good.
It's the other shit that's bad.
Hummus on my salad?
Oh no, on your sandwich.
Oh,
like on
even-
on a wrap.
I used to do that. I can't do it. I used
Like
to
on a
want-
wrap.
I used to
It's
want to throw it.
good. I love hummus. Oh, God, you are so dramatic.
So, how has understanding your thought process improved your mental well being?
1,000%. For me, 1,000%.
I see the growth.
1,000%.
Pause.
I am the qualities that I thought I had. I realized that I didn't have them as much as I did. So like I feel like my patience have gotten better. When I'm not going through like a depressive episode, my patience is a lot better. I'm able to identify things a lot better. I'm able to have patience. I'm able to actually take what I call meaningful accountability. Like, because before I would acknowledge that, yeah, I'm fucking up, or yeah, I did that, but there would be no action behind me not doing that again, right? So now I'm actually putting the effort on the back end of trying to set myself up mentally to prepare myself to not do whatever it was again. Because I know me in particular, especially with my wife, like a lot of times, like I don't catch things until I'm in the action of doing them. So that part, shouts out to her for giving me the grace that she has. That part of the journey has probably been the most satisfying for me, to just be able to catch them. Because before, in the past, I wouldn't catch them until they were done. Mm-hmm. So now I'm able to catch them in the process. So I think so now my outlook is that as long as I continue to work at it and get better, I can now just eliminate these certain behaviors from the beginning. So I ain't got to deal with it.
I fuck with it.
And also fuck Joseph Patino.
And turn the TV off. Off.
I just want a summer.
You want to go summer?
I want a summer again. Like, that's what I need. It's
like summer, like
summer
the
break.
The season?
Yeah,
where's
my summer break? Like,
we'll get that over.
Yeah, that shit is stressful.
You talking about like in school?
Yeah.
Just wish I could not work for 3 months. Bills be paid.
Go to,
just
work for a school district.
Yeah.
No. Nah, fuck them kids.
You ain't got to work at the school. Work at the superintendent's office.
There was always, when I would deliver at the school off of Drusilla and in Mobile, the elementary school, there was always a dude in there that worked in the office, had the freshest fucking kicks on every fucking time. And he'd be like, oh man, about to be off for 3 months. And I'm like, fuck you. Because he was flexing, like, always had.
Don't trigger me, nigga. Because that's my brother. So y'all know my brother work with kids.
Does he?
So yes, he's a speech therapist.
Wow.
The nigga, he gets summer off. And he gets every winter break, spring break. He like, well, at least y'all get vacation. Nigga, you literally
it's built in.
You work 8 months out the year. Nigga, what are you talking about? He was like, I don't get no summer break because I got my own goddamn kid. That's not my fault.
So you can't blame me for you fucking?
That's funny.
But it never fails. Every year around mid-April, only got a couple more months. I'm 3 months off. Nigga, shut up.
And he was so chill too. I was like, that motherfucker. As soon as he said that shit, I'm looking at his Jordans and all this. I'm like, this nigga's
people. Teachers and shit. They be happy.
Yeah, and they be like, oh, summertime. You like, motherfucker.
That's what I'm saying.
They be happy.
About to be off for 3 months.
That's what I need.
Think about it. They get every holiday off. They get 3 weeks for Christmas. I'm in the wrong field.
You ain't.
Unless you got like a really good coaching job.
No, I'll probably just go do IT.
Yeah. What am I answering? I forgot. I'm doing Des today.
Mental health.
Fuck you.
Understanding your thought process improves your mental well-being.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
The first thing he did was turn the TV off.
Shut up.
Huh.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Sometimes I think knowing my thought process might make me a little more fucking anxious.
Or crazy, scary, spooky, hilarious.
Hilarious. Hilarious.
We're not gonna do this man whole album. Okay.
We're just doing the ad-libs.
We're gonna do the whole we're gonna do the next episode in a Gen X. We're gonna record the whole episode in a Gen X.
All I ever wanted was a black Grand National.
Huh?
Say
Sorry.
hey.
I honestly don't know. I think that's sometimes it helps me because it's like, all right, I know I'm in this spot, but sometimes I'm like, I know what the fuck I got to do to deal with this shit, and sometimes that shit ain't fun. So that's probably not the best answer. That's just.
But you can tell them Kevin did it.
Des hates us today.
Yep. Yep. I'm tired of y'all.
How about yours? How about you?
I don't forgot the damn question.
That's it. What they talking about?
They ain't talking about nothing. How has understanding your thought process improved your mental well-being?
Yeah, I don't think my thought process is well-being for my mental.
I call BS on that.
Why,
because,
nigga?
Because last time the last time we were together, you were upset. You knew that you were going to talk to your sister because your sister will calm you down. So you could identify that, yeah, you're upset. Oh, shit, the world could identify you're upset. But you realize that you're upset and you realize that you had someone that would be able to bring you back to a place where you can think logically.
Yes, but I called her And she said, where that bitch at? You want me to pull up right now? Where she at? Oh, you with the... Bitch, I'm on my way. I'm finna pull up. That's so... It didn't...
Didn't work out.
It didn't.
Shout out Dominique.
Baby. So then I then tried to call Lauren, and Lauren was like, you need me to come down the hill? So it just really didn't work. I should have called my mama, because my mama would tell me, like, hey, you're going to go to jail. And she know jail. I'm scared.
But that's your thought process, though, too. At least you was like, maybe I should reach out before I crash out.
Squabble up.
Man.
But everybody else you called was like, crash out, fuck it.
What's up? Dominique is with the squabble up.
Squabble up.
Lauren asked too.
So they wouldn't try me in the tri-state.
Shit.
Oh.
I'll say that understanding my improve my thought or mental well-being was just kind of getting the idea of, yes, I have like certain setbacks, but the thought process of just being able to take it day by day and push through. And like we've said previously, you're taking a step already by just even attempting something. So you take that win in that, and then you build on that. So the fact that you get up every day and even attempt to go to the gym, even if you don't do shit in the gym, the fact that you got up to go to the gym is something.
If you walk in that motherfucker, you've
done something more than 95% of the fucking population. Yeah. So,
touche.
Just the attempt or the direction, just build on that direction. You're facing where you're trying to go. Just build on it each day, get to where you're trying to go. Mm-hmm. So with that being said, this has been episode 176 of the Heavyweight Podcast.
Yay.
Like, subscribe, share, comment, squabble up.
Dominique.
Turn that TV off. Hey now. Say now.
Dominique my favorite. I ain't even met her.
She's my favorite.
Next time, peace.
Peace.
Sweating. That's a wrap, y'all. That's how she wrote. So make sure you click like, subscribe. Tune in. We on all streaming platforms. So until next time, we'll holla at you.